You picked a pretty expensive and classy hotel to have a cheap and tacky throwdown with Clint Buchanan. Are you gonna tell me which one of you wore the spurs?
As if I would say anything to you about it.
So what are you doing here in the bar, huh? I throw back a few cocktails? Reminisce about the good old days with me?
Please don't flatter yourself.
It's not flattery if it's true. It's just a promotional tool.
You know, I think I'll leave you alone with your favorite person.
Dorian, wait. You and that rodeo clown. Tell me it's better with him than it was with me.
Where in the world would Nash start to look for him? I have no idea. I turned around, he was gone. He kept insisting he was going to look for Jessica and Vicky on his own. If it is Jesse and Vicky, we could be looking for Nikki and Tess. Clint. Yeah. Do you think this is ever going to end?
Tess! Tess! Get out here! Where are you, Tess? Tess!
Don't play coy with me, Nikki. You know exactly what happened at that bar that night.
Which night?
Remember when I was a kid? When Jessica was a kid?
No.
Come off it! You and I both know why I got created, and you can deny it all you want, but the only person I blame for it is you.
Wow, that was a blast. Ex-wives and ex-husbands, ex-boyfriends and ex-girlfriends all in the same place, throwing daggers at each other across the room. So exciting, I think I'll go home and bury myself under my bed.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right, then. See you later.
Oh, wait a minute. Where are you going? Let's have another drink?
No, it shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Just give me a call back with an update in about an hour. Thank you.
Were you ever gonna tell me, Michael, or were you just gonna act like nothing happened?
Tell you what?
Tell me that you were at St. James this morning, that you were held hostage by a raving maniac, and that you almost had your head blown off by your own brother?
Starting to wonder if everyone is right.
You are not putting all this off on me.
Hey, I'm just giving credit where credit's due.
Okay, I don't know what your stupid dark secret is. And I sure as hell am not gonna take the blame for something that happened years ago if I don't even know what it is.
No! You know exactly what happened that night. You brought me to that bar. You were there.
I didn't do nothing. Okay, maybe I wasn't the best mother in the world. Give me a break. You know what? I got my own problems. I don't need yours. Besides, that ain't the reason we're having this fight.
Oh, really?
You know what? You're trying to blame me for something that happened like 20 years ago because you're mad because Nash likes Jessica.
Will you shut up about that already?
Hey, you're gonna have to face it sooner or later, you know. Second that guy laid eyes on that kid, boy, he wanted her and he has been chasing Jessica ever since.
Well, if that's true, then he's gonna get dumped twice.
How?
Wherever I go, Jessica goes. And he's never gonna see either one of us again, or this baby. That's a promise.
Tess! Where are you? Damn it, Tess!
All right, Bo, thanks a lot. Yeah, we'll keep you posted. We'll let you know if anything happens. Yeah. Any news? No. Bo has checked the hospitals and the police departments in surrounding 5 counties. There's nothing, so they haven't been in an accident or anything. Well, unless they're stuck out there somewhere and can't call for help. They could be freezing to death. It's going to be below 0 out there tonight.
Antonio, don't assume the worst, all right? Now, Jesse and Vicky are very resourceful.
Yeah, but what if it's Nikki and Tess?
Well, whatever the case, they are not going to be answering their phones. As much as I hate to say this, this may have to wait until tomorrow morning.
No, I can't. Jessica and the baby are out there somewhere, and they could be in real trouble. So I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going to check the motels on my own.
Hey. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. Mike's not so good, you know. Right after I shot the guy, he really let me have it.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty normal reaction after what happened, don't you think?
Yeah, you know, the thing is, well, he was going at me pretty good. Tell you the truth, I could barely even hear what he was saying.
I'm sure you were pretty freaked out yourself.
He thinks it's more than a little. He thinks I completely lost it.
Oh, I don't think so. Not completely. Okay. Sorry, I know that was... It's not a good time for a joke, but...
It's okay.
Look, maybe you could just take a big step. Sit down with your brother, talk to him, explain to him why you did what you did. And maybe you guys can get past it.
I don't think we're just gonna get past this one.
Why not?
Because if I had to do it all over again, I'd do the exact same thing. When I pulled that trigger, I did it to keep a promise I made a long time ago.
Promise to whom?
My father.
I thought you didn't want to hear anything about my night with Clint.
Oh, this is just business research. I'd like to know what kind of low standards I'll be held to since I'm re-entering the market.
Oh, I have a very strict policy. I never kiss and tell.
Oh, come on, Dorian. Clint Buchanan? You'd think you could do a little bit better than that.
I happen to be very fond of Clint. We have a great deal in common, a lot more in common than you and I did.
Really? Such as?
Do the math. We're economic peers.
Is that the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Clint Buchanan? What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of me?
The point is, money is not an issue between me and Clint. A white wine spritzer, please. I do not need to underwrite his lifestyle. Oh, no, 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 no. No. He is my equal in every way.
You just like his pedigree.
Which is a lot better than yours, having been born into a litter of two-bit con artists.
Well, at least I'm not from Texas. You know, I don't blame you for having a cheap, sleazy one-night stand. I've had a couple today myself. But with a Buchanan, you have totally desecrated any memory that we had between us.
You bastard. Whose fault is that?
How did you hear about the shooting?
How did I hear about the shooting? It was on the news.
Yeah. The news. I didn't even think about that.
No, you didn't think about anything, Michael, because there I was in my pajamas, brushing my teeth, when all of a sudden, I hear your name on the news. And then I hear from the newscaster, not from my own boyfriend who I just got back together with, that you were held hostage at gunpoint by a raving drug addict. And my favorite part was when they said you came this close to being shot.
And not by the criminal.
What?
Look, the point is that I came out of it okay, all right? And it's over now.
No. Michael, the point is that when you have bullets whizzing past your head, you call me. And don't tell me that you haven't had time, because you've had all day and you have had all night. Do you have anything at all to say for yourself?
I'm sorry, Marcy. I should have called.
Yeah, you're damn right you should have called.
The fact of the matter is I'm not really handling this very well, Marcy.
Michael, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You know, if you just called me, then I could have helped you handle it. I'm sorry for smacking you in the head.
And yelling at me?
And yelling at you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for yelling at you. It's just when I think about losing you,
I know, Marcy. And I promise you, you're not gonna lose me.
Promise?
I promise.
How's John handling all of this?
You think I'm upset? John's a wreck.
Thanks.
All right, what's going on here? Any particular reason you want to have another drink with me?
Let's see. You're my lawyer. You saved my life. And you're a customer. I'm working on a pay for you. Do I need another reason?
Wish all my clients were this appreciative.
Why? Top man and giving you a hard time?
Who could blame him? It's not like I came through for him, you know.
You must take your work really seriously.
Well, it's serious work. A man's life is on the line, literally.
Yeah, I bet it's rough when the verdict doesn't go your way.
Rough doesn't even begin to describe it. But I have to keep reminding myself it's a whole lot rougher on Todd, you know? Michael and John really got into it before.
Yeah, from what I saw.
Well, I really hope they can work it out. Because John needs somebody to lean on right now. And Lord knows he's pushed everyone else who cares about him out of his life.
No offense, but can we talk about something else? Anything else?
You first. Talk to me about art.
Right, that's real specific.
Oh, what are you talking about? I mean, what promise did you make to your dad?
You know, if I even knew I was here right now, it'd be like another nail in my coffin.
Why is that?
Well, they don't like suspended officers hanging out at crime scenes. Probably write me up. Not that that would make much difference at this point.
Yeah, well, they probably wouldn't like it if the suspended officer's ex-girlfriend was hanging around here either, but I can't leave without you.
Why don't you just walk away from this? Just turn around and walk out of here.
I can't. In spite of everything, you do matter to me.
You know, you're like the last person in the world that I thought I'd get a kind word from right now.
What can I say? You've helped me through some pretty dark times, and I guess it's my turn. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, just open up, share my feelings.
Okay, maybe not. But staying with your dad, hardly ever heard you talk about him before. What promise did you make to your dad about your brother?
This jacket costs $15 to dry clean. The sweater, $9. You'll be receiving a bill for $28.
David, it didn't have to be this way. I was ready to turn myself over to you, body and soul, and fortune. For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer. You were the one who put a stop to our wedding.
I explained to you. Sit down.
Excuse me? Chair, please. Thank you.
I explained to you why I had to do that. If we had gotten married, instead of sharing a life with you at La Boulée, I would be sharing a cell at Statesville with Todd Manning.
Yes, unfortunately, breaking hearts is not a capital offense.
I didn't want to go to prison. It didn't change the way that I felt about you, Dorian. I wanted you more than anything, but you couldn't forgive the fact that I put my freedom in front of some archaic ceremony. We are in this position right now because of your ridiculous pride.
You left me standing at the altar. You humiliated me in front of this entire town, and you are making stupid, petty excuses. This isn't high school.
Are you kidding me? The year I spent in high school was much worse than this.
I have a very full life. Very. And I was willing to share all of that with you without any limits. But David, you abandoned me. And now, when I choose to pick up the pieces of my life and find comfort with somebody new, you don't get to sit here and berate me or belittle my choices. Do you understand me? You don't even get to make one teeny little comment. Because you see, I am no different than anybody else. I need to feel wanted. I need to feel loved. I need to feel like a woman.
I never meant to make you feel any other way.
You had a very funny way of showing it.
You're the most amazing woman I've ever met.
Well, you are not the only man who said that to me tonight.
Clint Buchanan said you were amazing.
He not only said it, he showed it.
What do you think about when you look at a blank canvas? Seems like it would be terrifying.
It can be. But somehow you just start and usually something comes to you.
It must be a real rush. Start with nothing and create something beautiful, something that moves people, makes them feel. It's kind of hard for me to imagine because I can't even draw a decent stick figure.
Here, try. I'll show you how simple it is.
Look at that.
See? Simple.
It's amazing. Well, you did all the work.
Yes.
God, it's so fluid, you know? When I draw, I think I grip the pencil too hard or something, because your hand, it's like it barely touches the page. It's like whatever's going on in your head or your eyes. No, somewhere in between the two. That's what's moving your hand. And out of that comes something amazing.
So now you know what it's like.
Well, I don't know about that. But I do know you better than I did 5 minutes ago. That's for sure.
I was so upset with John that I went to Evangeline. I asked her to change my will, to rescind John's power of attorney. I don't trust his judgment
Michael,
right
that's a
now.
pretty huge decision.
He is out of control. How can I trust my life in the hands of somebody who takes his own life for granted?
I understand that, but have you talked to John about any of this?
Didn't have to. Evangeline talked me out of it.
Well, good, because she's right. You're really not in any condition to make a decision like that right now. What is it?
John and me. I'm not sure if we can ever make it back from this.
You think it's that bad?
My mom is not around. My dad's been gone for a long time. We're all we have.
I know. So that's why you have to find a way to get through this. And you will.
If he manages to keep himself alive. I don't know, Marcy. I'm really worried about him.
Okay. So you don't want to talk about your dad. You don't want to talk about the shooting. I'm going to tell you what. You wouldn't be here right now if you weren't thinking about it.
I killed a man, Natalie. Just brush that off and move on.
Okay, but the important thing is you saved your brother's life, and you didn't die in the process. I mean, my God. Thinking about you charging after that guy who took a shot at you, it scares me to death.
Don't be scared. That's the thing that's hard to explain to people, I wasn't out of control. Everything I did was calculated. I knew he was strung out. His hand, it was shaking all over the place, and I knew his aim would be off.
And what if you were wrong?
I wasn't.
Thank God.
Look, I'm gonna go see Crosby. Like you said, if for no other reason, just to get everybody off my back.
Yeah, well, you never know until you try, right?
The upside of all this is, you're off the hook. You're better off without me, Natalie.
What are you praying for?
That I'll always be around to take care of my guys. But if for some reason I'm not, I'm praying that you'll step in and do it for me.
I don't want you to go away.
Look, I'm gonna do my best to make sure that doesn't happen. But I want you to always take care of Michael.
I promise.
Is this where you've been the whole time?
I've looked everywhere. I can't find her. Tess is gone.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna do her any good if you freeze to me. Come on. Come on.
You know what? Damn good thing I found them matches. Because Vicky was the Girl Scout. And you don't really look like the, rub two sticks together, light a fire kind of girl.
What is Nash seeing Jessica anyway? It can't possibly be her personality.
Nah, you got that right.
Maybe the question is, what doesn't he see in me?
Are you really that dumb?
So then tell me, why did Nash fall for her?
You are that dumb.
Are you gonna tell me or not? Why did Nash fall in love with Jessica? Why?
Okay, kid, here it is. Jessica is the princess, see? She belongs to Vicky and Clint. Well, she doesn't really belong to Clint because he ain't her father, but never mind. You are a troublemaker, and you remind the family too much of me.
I'm nothing like you.
No, you sure as hell ain't. You ain't that lucky. Anyway, all that bunch sees when they look at us is two evil people who have taken away Jessica and Vicky.
No, not Nash. Nash didn't even know Jessica before we came here.
Yeah, but he met her now, didn't he? Think about it, Einstein. Jessica is going to inherit the throne, not you. She's the one they're spending all the money on the shrinks and the counseling and the God knows what else.
So what?
Honey, you're an intruder. They want to get rid of you. And they don't give a damn if this baby is yours and Nash's or Jessica's and, the other guy. As long as it's still a part of the Buchanan Lord package. And Nash, he wants the girl that comes with the bonus pack. Don't take it personally, okay? At least he had the hots for you.
Great. Thanks.
Hey, I had to learn the hard way. You know, I gave love a shot. I lost. So will you. But kid, take a lesson from me. Cut your losses now. Do not set yourself up for a letdown, if you know what I mean.
Here. It's a really stupid move, Brennan. How does ending up in the ER with hypothermia help Jessica? And what made you think you were going to find her in a shed of all places?
That's where I found her on New Year's Eve. After I found her, I took her to an inn. It's great. It's to her, me, and the baby. I guess it was just wishful thinking that she'd go back there again, huh?
We're going to talk about Dorian. I'm entitled to that much.
Oh, now there's an interesting choice of words. What makes you think you're entitled to get anything from me?
Dorian and I were engaged. Should have been married by now.
Oh, well, you're not now. And there is nothing in my personal life that you're entitled to know.
She's just hurting, you know. Still loves me. Still hurting over what happened.
Yeah, is that a fact?
Oh, you want to talk facts? Right after she left your room, she spent 30 minutes talking to me. I'll let you interpret that fact.
All right, well, thank you for sharing.
She didn't happen to mention where she was going, if that's what you want to know.
I don't want to know anything from you, Vickers. I just want you to stay out of my personal business. And in the future, mind your manners when you're with women.
We weren't talking about women. We were talking about Dorian Lord.
Who's no longer your fiancé. So, whatever you got to say about her, do you think it means anything to me? The answer to that is no. Oh, thank you very much. Good night.
Jeez, I don't know what that was about, David, but the next round is on me.
Adriana!
Guess she's not home.
Look, I'm sorry to interrupt. Marcy, would you mind if I spoke to my brother alone for a moment?
Sure.
Marcy, you don't have to go anyplace.
It's fine. I'll be at the bar if you need me, okay?
Thanks.
You guys mind if I hang out with you until whatever that is blows over?
Sure. Want a drink? Well, this isn't exactly the best place for this, Mike, but it's gonna have to do.
Go ahead. What do you have to say?
Look, I made a mistake putting you at risk this morning. I made a mistake, all right? And I want to say I'm sorry for the way things went down, and that I was hoping that you could forgive me. Look, you mind if maybe I sit down?
Go ahead.
I need to say some of these things, and I'm hoping maybe you can hear me out.
I'm listening.
I know you think I took a risk this morning.
I know you did.
You also think that I'm so shut down that I'd chance hurting you while I was actually trying to save you.
I'm wrong about that?
Yeah. I wouldn't have taken that shot if I had a doubt that I could do it without hitting you, and that's the truth. Doesn't make it right, I know. But it had to be done. Anyway, I'm hoping I totally didn't wreck our relationship, Mike, because that's about the worst thing I could imagine happening.
Why, Clint, what a surprise. Whoop. Come on in. Oh, cowboy. Here, let me take your coat.
No, I can't stay for long. Hey, there's a nice kitchen.
Oh, yes, I recently redid it. You know, I've become quite a cook. So, did you come over to discuss what almost happened between us tonight?
Well, unfortunately, I no longer have time for that.
Then what does bring you here?
I need to ask you a question about Nikki Smith.
You trying to call Nash again? That's a bad idea, if you ask me.
I don't care. Nothing that you've said has made any sense. There's no way that Nash would just stop loving me and start loving Jessica.
Whatever you say. But you know, I seen them together, and I know what I saw.
I don't care. I just want to talk to him.
Suit yourself.
Ah, signal.
Who is it?
Tess! Tess, thank God. Are you okay?
What makes you think that this is Tess?
Jessica, I'm sorry. I thought you were. Are you okay? Jessica? Honey, can you hear me?
Why would you be bringing up Nikki Smith now?
Well, I need to know that night that you were with Nikki at the mausoleum. Did she say anything at all that might give us a clue as to where she's gone? Can you think of anything?
I don't think there's anything I know about Nikki that you don't already know.
You're sure?
Absolutely. I didn't spend that much time with Nikki. As you remember, she knocked me unconscious and then fled the scene of the crime.
Yeah, I remember all that, but I had to ask. I have to check out every possibility.
I want to do anything that I can to help.
Well, thanks anyway.
So, where does this leave us now?
What do you mean, in general?
No, I mean, are we exploring something here? Options, possibilities?
Doreen, this evening it was fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're still a good dancer.
I know how hard it was for you to say all of that. I'm about as upset about this as I am ever going to be about anything.
I know. I know you had a right to be. You came damn close to being shot by that lunatic, Mike.
Yeah. You know, that's, it's not really what got to me.
What is it, Michael?
I felt like I didn't know who my brother was anymore. I feel like I might be starting to see him a little bit more now.
Does that mean we're okay?
We're okay.
Thanks for letting me speak my piece.
Thanks for saying it.
Did you just call me honey?
Tess, I'm sorry. I thought you were Jessica. Are you all right?
I knew it. I knew how you felt about her. I just didn't want to believe it.
No, Tess.
I have nothing else to say to you.
Told ya.
What happened? Did she tell you where she is?
Hi, this is Jessica. I'm not available right now, but if you leave a message, I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Damn it. Look, are you gonna tell me what the hell happened? Is she okay? Is she with her mother?
Tess thinks I'm in love with Jessica.
She thinks what?
If she really believes that, she may never come back.